What's going on, everybody? Jade up here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to position the adds and veteran halls of fabrication as a main tank, and I'll be going over what you need to do as an off tank as well. So as the main tank here, as you're running up here, what we like to do is I like to grab the spheres, and then the off tank grab the Kagoutis, which are the two-legged monsters. Basically what you can do, taunt the spears as you're going in to the fight. As you can see, we're going to taunt all three of them. And then you're going to go to this little plant looking thing that's about right here where I'm at now. And you're just going to kind of wait here until you see all three of them kind of stacked in a group. Once they're stacked, you're going to go back in, pop your horn if they want you to pop it first, and then, basically throw down your debuffs. Lightning Ball, taunt them again, just to kind of get that fracture going. Taunt all three of these adds, or excuse me, all four of them, and then go back to the same spot. And what the off tank is going to do is he's going to grab them, he or she is going to grab them as soon as they get together in a nice little circle, while the DPS just sits there and AoEs them down or whatever. On here, we're going to grab the Kaguni and the two spheres, and then we're going to stack them right close to each other. The off tank is going to continue running down and grab the next three spears that are going to be down there. As an off tank, or excuse me, as a main tank, you do want to have rapids on your bar because you're going to be with the group most of the time. As far as doing this first part, off tank and main tank should both have rapids on because you're constantly moving. There's really no stopping unless you're killing ads. So the off tank will be there, and he'll grab all three of those ads, and then the main tank will run down, and he'll grab the rest of these three ads here right before the first boss. So what you want to do is you want to grab them, and you want to constantly just move into this little corner right here. Give it about 4 or 5 seconds to get them stacked, and then just turn around and go back out. Lightning wall or blockade, and then do deep breath to stop them from doing anything. At the end of the video, I'll go ahead and describe like what I'm wearing and what skills and stuff I'll be having. So in this part, the off tank is going to be going to the left, and the main tank is going to go to the right. And basically, what we're going to be doing is our off tank here is actually a DPS, and then he swaps gear again. After we beat the spider boss. So basically, you just come down here and just, get aggro of all the ads, and you just basically run around in the circle. Now, the off tank here, they're literally just running to I guess you would call it like a stop sign, more or less, like the little platform right here. Basically, they run to where the boss is going to be, more or less, and which we'll see right up here. But basically, the off tank is going to be doing, a DPS setup, so that way that everything dies a little bit quicker. So we're gonna pull it here, and then basically what you're gonna do is honestly just talons. Igneous shields, balance a few times to get the talons. You want to talons at least 2 or 3 times in a big group like that to get all of them, because one talons does not get every single one. You get about 6 or so, and then you got to keep taloncing. So basically what I'm doing is just balance, igneous, balance, talons, balance, talons. That's literally about it. We don't pop a horn here since we only have 3 horns. The first horn we have is from the healer, which he or she is wearing Jorvalds to get the war horn to last the entire duration of the spider boss being down. And then on the second one, I'm the second warhorn, and then the third warhorn is our other healer, which is a Soric healer. So right now, we're about to go into right after you kill the spider boss, you got to go through these doors, and I like to put on wings. As you can see, reflective scale. Basically, what it does, it just reflects the damage back to the capacitors when you go to taunt those. So main tank will have rapids here, and from here on out, main tank will have rapids, and the off tank will be just kind of running ahead for the most part on this next part. So right now, what they're doing is they're throwing orbs because once you pop rapids and you go through it, you heal. You end up losing the rapids. So everyone's just kind of like everybody gets slowed down, has a chance to die. They obviously didn't go further, but it's fine. So what you're going to do as a main tank, you're going to taunt this capacitor, and then you're just going to kind of run into this corner right here. Usually if you run immediately, as soon as you go through the door, you run immediately. What's going to happen is that capacitor is going to stack right on top of those ads, and it'll be a nice clean cleave for all of those. And then the off tank is going to grab the two-hander and the dual wields and just going to stack them wherever the range that is. As soon as the ads die, you're going to call rapids out or rapids going out, whatever, so everyone knows. And then as your stam going, you're going to pop biggers. So you're going to come here, grab those two capacitors, and just come into this corner so they stack nice and neat right there, exactly where they are, right at the corner. And then the off tank is going to grab the Kagouti, call the charge when it happens, and then grab the other ads that are there and just kind of stack them all. On this part, you don't need to have wings anymore, so I always like to swap out of wings and put back on deep breath. That way, because these spheres, they do a mechanic where they need to be interrupted or they'll do a lot of damage. So here, off tank is going to grab this one, the Centurion, and we're basically just going to heavy attack, do a slow rotation on them because if you go kill them too fast, you won't spawn these spheres. These spheres, and there's 4 spheres that you need to grab. As soon as you grab them, I like to come here. It stacks them really nice, and if you're in this thing, just move your camera a lot, and that will put it to where you can actually see where they are. Now the off tanks, they like to have the off tank grab the top one and then position it on top of the other 3 that I had previously stacked. The main tank's going to come down and pull a little bit earlier, and he's going to grab the big Centurion and the capacitor, stack them right on top of each other, while the off tank ends up grabbing them all, and then the main tank will go and grab all of the spheres again, and then he'll run down to he or she will run down to this little corner right here. And they'll stack all nicely. What the DPS needs to do every time the tanks are stacking spheres, the DPS need to go and bash them, because if they stop on the way down to being stacked, then it's just kind of like a lost cause because you'll end up losing taunt, and you'll have to go back and taunt them again and stuff like that. So after the triplets fight, we're going to be talking about the next pulls here. Somebody already went through the door, but that's okay. I'll show you how to negate that. Basically, as long as you don't open up that door, these ads will not follow through. So it would be a little bit easier to stack them. So what we're going to do here is the main tank is going to go grab all 3 ads. He's going to grab the capacitor and the dual wields, and he's going to stack them all. Him or her, whatever, is going to stack them right all together in a nice little stack. And while the off tank is going to run forward and grab the other capacitor, and you'll see here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to taunt the capacitor, the dual wield, and the two-hander, and then immediately put up wings, and then come stack right here exactly where this rock is. What this does, it makes it a LOS so that the capacitor runs exactly where we want him. You see him, he's moving real slow. That means he's coming to where, right in the stack. We're going to retaunt him. Keep hitting that igneous so you keep getting that stand back so you're able to pop rapids and heavy attack when you can. Pop rapids, and then we're going to go stay to the left, avoid the electricity water that drains your magic and kind of slows you down a little bit. Alright, and now we're going to come up to this capacitor. The off tank is already going to have them stacked, and you're just going to stand here a little bit until he's about 60% or so, and then you're going to run and grab the other ones. So you're going to say, hey, pulling the next set of ads, and then you're going to pull the 2 capacitors. Make sure you have those wings up and then hold block, because if you don't, what's going to happen is one of those dissectors will pull you, will attempt to pull you, and you want to stay in the same spot. That way you constantly keep getting the AoE from the capacitors. What they do is they shoot out an AoE at the furthest person away, and it sends a shock wave of little AoEs around away. And what it does is it initially just stuns everyone. As you can see, he was trying to do it here. He basically does. It looks like Dark Flare from Templars. Raises his hands up in the air, like close to his body, then raises it in the air. Here, you're gonna grab the capacitor and the off tank. Grab the two melee adds and just kind of stack them together. This one here, the main tank will grab the two capacitors, as you can see. And that one went a little bit further, so we're going to stand on the edge right here, and then we're going to go to basically to the exit to have them all stacked together. And while the off tank tries to grab all the melee and just kind of stack them together. Main focus for healers here will just be the group and the off tank, while the main tank can just sit there and flap his wings and should be fine. And hopefully this video helped. I'll leave some more information below what the ads are actually called and what they do as far as mechanics. Hopefully this video helps you guys as far as stacking the ads. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.